Like swag recognizes swag. Hello, my name is Kara, and today I'll be reviewing the EP O2 by the artist Pino. R&B is so back, baby. Let's go! Who is Pino? I almost gave up looking on information from Pino. He's a smaller up-and-coming R&B artist. However, he has a really nice bio in his website. Pino is a 23-year-old R&B singer, songwriter, and producer based in Toronto. He was nurtured in a family steeped in musicality, surrounded by relatives who were not just listeners but performers. Growing up in a Filipino household, karaoke sessions were a staple, further enriching his musical upbringing. His early exposure included his father's 90s R&B CD collection featuring Luther Vandross, among others, as well as his brother's R&B hip-hop CD mixes from the late 2000s. Funny enough, my mom loves Luther Vandross too. On Spotify, Pino started releasing music in 2021. How did I discover Pino? I discovered Pino through on Spotify how you can click a song and then say like, play this radio. Play a playlist based on this song. If You Wanna by Wanho, I was obsessed last month with. And so I clicked that song and I did the, play like the recommended or whatever. And that's when I discovered Pino. It was with his song, Think We Are. I'm really happy to see more young artists step into the R&B circle. I feel like we had a lack of that or a drought of that in like the 2010s, I want to say. During that time, I feel like R&B was really overshadowed by like rap, SoundCloud rap, and of course pop is always overtaken everything all the time. It's really refreshing to see artists like Pino and like I talked about Hojian before stepping into the scene. And I think it's really important to uplift these young artists for like the next generation of R&B to keep carrying the legacy. Sure, in the 2010s we did have some R&B, but it was like the same shit, different album. You know what I mean? And who I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm talking about. No diss to the SoundCloud game. Like I fuck with the SoundCloud rappers, but like it's just really refreshing to see R&B kind of come back after a while where it, we didn't have a ton of it. Especially with the fun influences from the early 2000s, which Pino touches on amazingly in this EP. And I think some of Pino's music is especially nostalgic for someone like me because I grew up in the early 2000s and I feel like everything on the radio, had a lot of the sound bites that he uses out through this EP, but also putting a fresh and innovative modern twist to some of it. Let's get into the EP. Starting off with the intro, 2002. Very cute. I like the girl's voice at the end. Makes me feel like it's the beginning of a mixtape. Next up, we have Knocking. Totally a banger. The ebb and flow of his voice going back and forth with the synth drum beat is perfect. I could see this track working really well on vinyl or CD where you have right and left speakers because I feel like it could bounce between right and left back and forth. Fans of physical music, you'll know what I'm talking about. Something that a JBL speaker, like Bluetooth wireless speaker can't quite emulate. You got to have like this, you got to have the setup. And I think that this song would work really well between bouncing back and forth between right and left. It would kind of make you feel like there's a concert in the room. Y'all remember when like 8D audios were like a thing? In like 2018, 2019, the song musically feels like a push and pull. It feels kind of like a dance. And I feel like it plays really well with the lyrics. The lyrics are very teasing and it's like, I'm here, girl, but okay, I'll wait, like that sort of thing. And back and forth, relationship, love, drama or whatever. Love This Pain Away is next up. More of a heartfelt ballad. Missin' Shawty for Real. I particularly picked out a couple lyrics I really liked, which it was, Isn't It So Strange the Way People Change? I don't know. I just really like that. The next song is One Call. It has a funky, groovy little start to it. It has a soundbite of a girl's voice going, hello? Okay, Marvin's Room, I see you. Can't have a 2000s themed EP without a baddie on the track. On this track, Pino features Noah's World. Next, we have Can't Leave Alone. This is featuring Maz B in 86. I'm a sucker for the synth bite of the like, of I don't know the terminology, but it's like boo, 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 boo. You know what I mean? Like I think that's really fun and it's like a sound that you really don't hear often very innovative and very reminiscent of the early 2000s. Really addicting synth choices in this one. There's like a song. There's like a like sound clip in the back. And when I heard that, I was like, it reminded me of like, y'all probably don't know Chingy, but like it was Right There by Chingy. After I heard Can't Leave Alone, I had to look up Right There by Chingy because I thought it was the same like sound synth clip in there, but it's not. It's a little bit different, but shout out Chingy. Why was Right There in the Robots movie? I'll never know. Probably because Miss Fanny had that thing. I'm surprised that Can't Leave Alone is actually Pino's top track because I would have assumed Knocking or Think We Are would have been the top two singles from this album. Like structurally, musically, and the placement of the album, you know, where there's like one kind of in the beginning and one towards the end, like the A side and the B side. I thought those two would have been like the biggest hits off this album, but no, Can't Leave Alone is number one for him. I found that kind of interesting. It's a great song, but Knocking and Think We Are definitely felt like, you know, more geared towards like, getting the album out, like being the songs for people to find to like promote the album, if that makes sense. Think We Are is Heat. That's my favorite one. Yes, that is my favorite one. I wrote 4 pages on this EP. My hand was like cramping by the end. I was like that one fucking meme of Drake where I was like fucking like everything about the song is perfect, structurally, musically, lyrically, the feature's great, y'all's voices sound great. You could have told me this came out in 2008 and like I wouldn't have batted an eye. The voices are like sweet as honey, yet like extremely calculated when it comes to putting it along with the beat. Again, it's like a dance. I get like a little buzz from the like harmonizations towards the end of the song. Also, freaking Eat the Sound by the boo, boo, boo. Fade, I would say, has the most unique little synth choices in it. You got like a water sound effect along with a lot more strings between guitar and like fake orchestra. I look forward to hearing more from this wonderful up-and-coming R&B artist. Make sure y'all go check out Pino. My name is Kara. Thanks for watching and hope you enjoyed. I like the way you do it right there. Boo, boo, boo. Always put your work out there because you never know who's listening.